Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your Metal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a windy and cold Saturday afternoon, February the 7th, 2026. Thank you all for watching right here on Metal God 669. Make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button down below right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great day. It's cold as balls here in New York, in my neck of the woods, New York City. Like 5 degrees right now. And dropping. Ugh. Gonna be like, pretty much like 4 degrees by the time I wake up tomorrow morning. And it's only not even gonna get up to near 20 tomorrow, and Monday, not even gonna get to 30. But at least it warms up by Valentine's Day, next weekend. By next weekend and President's Day should be alright. Get a little mix on Wednesday. Hopefully nothing on the weekend, next weekend, because I can't stand this cold weather. It's annoying. But we're pretty much 6 to 8 weeks away from spring, so get ready for that. But let me move on. But I hope you had a great day, wherever you may be. And if you're in the Northeast, bundle up. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright, enough about the spiel when we get a little bit serious, because we don't do a big intro and all that other stuff. But, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I got a little bit of a twofer for that ass today. Number one, congrats to Megadeth for getting number one on the Billboard Top 200 with their final album. So, Metal back on the charts at number 1 on the Billboard Top 200. So, for all you mumble rappers out there and all you fans that listen to that garbage, ha! So, that's that. But, just want to briefly talk about that. I'll do a separate video, maybe later or tomorrow, about Megadeth. Give you more info and all that other good stuff. But just want to put it out there that Metal is number 1 on the charts once again. You gotta love it. But anyway. But that's the good news. But we got some bad news, ladies and gentlemen. And found out this sad news a little while ago. One of my favorite rock bands from the early 2000s, and that was Three Doors Down, lost their lead singer today, Brad Arnold, and we've been talking about him for the last year or so. That he got diagnosed with kidney cancer. He's battling very hard over the last couple years. And sadly, he lost the battle with that fucking disease, cancer! Fucking cancer! And he passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones in his sleep after a courageous battle with cancer today. And he died at 47, so he was a couple years younger than me. So I'm 49, he was 47, so. But just a sad day in the world of rock and roll. He was a founding member, vocalist, and original drummer. I didn't even know he was the drummer of Three Doors Down. Hey, if you could be... Hey, I don't mean be sarcastic or anything and be, joyful and everything, but I didn't even know he was a drummer of Three Doors Down. So if you're a drummer, hey, you could be the lead singer of your own band one day. But anyway, so he's a vocalist, founding member, vocalist, and original drummer of Three Doors Down. Helped redefine mainstream rock music, blending post-grunge accessibility with emotionally direct songwriting and lyrical themes that resonated with everyday listeners. According to a statement obtained by Fox News Digital. So we got that. Also went on to praise his songwriting, which became a cultural touchstone for the generation. I mean, such great hits from their first album. I have pretty much all their albums. Went their mainstream album with Kryptonite on it. and Loser, and I think the second one, I think the next album had Here Without You. I think, I forget. But anyway, Kryptonite was written by Arnold in his math class when he was just 15 years old. His music reverberated far beyond the stage, creating moments of connection, joy, faith, and shared experience that will live on long after the stages he performed on. And I'm taking this from FoxNews.com, by the way. Not Wikipedia or anything else, because we don't do that here. Except for wrestling predictions. Above all, he was a devoted husband to Jennifer, and his kindness, humor, and generosity touched everyone fortunate enough to know him. Those closest to him will remember not only his talent, but his warmth, humility, faith, deep love for his family and his friends. Also, you can read the statement that the band put out on their X page at 3 Doors Down, the number 3 Doors Down. Statement concluded by expressing how deeply grateful his family is for the outpouring of love and support during this difficult time. Asked for their privacy, obviously. He will be deeply missed and forever remembered. Just a great man too. And what's funny is the band got ridiculed in 2017 during Trump's inauguration, the first one. They got heavily bashed for, like, why are you doing this? But they did it, and I mean, I saw the video of it. I'm like, why are you booing? If Donald Trump wanted 3 Doors Down at his inauguration, you think they're gonna say no? I mean, some bands will say no because of political reasons. Which I think politics in music should be fucking, out. Get that shit out of music. It's stupid. The whole Dixie Chick situation back then, that killed their career. I know other bands and other, artists, like, I know Bad Bunny said fuck Ice. I think it was Billie Eilish said fuck Ice. I really don't care about Ice, to be honest with you. I care less about it. I mean, really, get the horrible criminals that are not supposed to be in here, get them out. I mean, if you're not here legally, get the fuck out. Or we're gonna make you get out. That's all I gotta say about ICE. I feel bad for the stuff that's happening in Minneapolis. But, people need to just settle down, let them do their job. I don't care if you don't like it, you're gonna have to accept it, like Macho Man Randy Savage used to say. You might not like it, but you must accept it, pretty much. But politics and music needs to fucking get out. I know bands and artists have their own opinion, but keep it to yourself, because it's gonna fuck up your career. I'm just saying, don't come crying to me when your record sales go way down. Anyway, moving on. The band also shared a statement on X with many fans sharing the heartbreak. What was it? One fan wrote on X, what a loss, but we are very fortunate to have Brad and Y'all's, that must have been from the South, and Y'all's music grace our lives. Prayers to Brad's family and the band. Another added, there will never be another soothing voice as his. 3 Doors Down. 3 Doors Down's music is one of the greatest. Prayers for his family at this time. He announced, Brad Arnold first announced he was diagnosed with stage 4. Stage 4 cancer in May of last year. Posted a video on Instagram, which he told his fans, I got some not so good news for you. I think I mentioned that last year in a brief video. Not here, but one of my wrestling videos, I think I mentioned it. But anyway, he was from Mississippi. Explained that he got checked out at the hospital after feeling sick a couple weeks before, which was when doctors diagnosed him with clear cell renal cell carcinoma. Say that 5 times fast. That had metastasized, or grew, basically. That grew and traveled into his lung. So it went from his, into his lungs, and then pretty much, when it spreads, forget it. Luckily, he caught it, and it didn't go into his brain. or anywhere else. But anyway, later in the video, he assured his fans that he isn't afraid of the diagnosis, but added that they would have to force them to cancel all upcoming performances for the tour. He wrote, "Thank you for all the memories so far. Now I believe It's Not My Time," in big letters, is really my song. That's a great song, by the way. This will be a battle, so we need a prayer warriors. Thank y'all for being the best fans in the world. We love y'all. Got that. So yeah, It's Not My Time is a great song, by the way. Doodles Now was founded in 1996 by Brad and his bandmates Todd Harrell and Matt Roberts while they were still in high school. Their debut album, The Better Life, was released in 2000 to a huge success, featured many of their hits, including Kryptonite, Loser, and Be Like That. That's the other song I was thinking of. Here Without You was on their follow-up album, the sophomore album. That's it. That's pretty much it from the Fox News. But yeah, just a sad day in the world of music. And, when you hear about cancer, it's not fun. And I know, this is unrelated, but I know my haters will get to me on this. Like, oh, you wish cancer on people, blah, blah, blah. Now you're getting, people are dying because of cancer, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it may be, that's that. But when you go low on me, I have every right to go low on you. So if I wish death on you wish death on me, I wish death on you. But that's a different story for another time. But it's just sad that there still hasn't been a cure for cancer. And I don't know how long cancer's been around, but I know it's been a very long time. And we still have no real cure for it. We could stop it temporarily, and you'll be in remission for a little bit, but eventually, it's gonna come back, and it might come back stronger. It might come back, less severe. So you gotta keep up to date with that. Even like leukemia or colon cancer, prostate cancer. It is. I mean, what it is, I know my dad has prostate cancer. He has prostate cancer, and he's getting up there in age, let's just say, and he has a big operation coming up. So gotta be a little bit worried about that, So, because when you get up there 60, 70, 80, pretty much by 80, it's kind of looking downhill. So I'm worried, but I know the day is gonna come. With my parents are pretty much up there in age, and I know I got to get ready for the final days and everything. So I just don't want it to come too soon, because last year I lost a couple family members unexpected. One I knew, and one I lost unexpectedly. Pretty young guy. But I had another one that was like in her 90s. So, at the time was you knew it was coming, but we were ready for that day. But when somebody loses a family member unexpectedly, like I just saw him 2 weeks ago. Like Ozzy, he was great. Before he died, we had that concert in July. Right around July 4th weekend, at the end of the beginning concert, he looked great. 2 weeks later, he's gone. Me and everybody was shocked. The same thing with Hulk Hogan. He looked great. Last time we saw pictures of him, and then next thing you know, he died two days after Ozzy died. It was insane. I was like, what the hell? What's going on here? So you gotta take life as it comes, because you never know when your last day is. I mean, I could be talking to you now, and tomorrow I'll be dead. I hope not, but I think God still has He's not ready for me yet. I'm not ready to go up to see him yet. I know I miss a lot of my family members that gone on before me, and my brother from another mother, and so many people in the music realm Ozzy, of course, Randy Rose, and people like that. I miss them dearly. Even in the wrestling realm, Eddie Guerrero, Mike Awesome, and, Daphne, people like that I, grew up with and everything. Eventually we're going to see each other in that big thing in the sky. And eventually, if you believe in reincarnation, might come back in another life and be a different person or the same person, who knows. But just take each day as it comes, because, you could be a healthy person. You're going into your 40s, you're going into your 50s. You haven't been too sick. No, you get sick, you get the flu, no problem. You get a little tummy bug, no problem. You get a common cold, no problem. Next thing you know, you got diagnosed with cancer out of the blue, or Parkinson's disease, or something like that. It just comes. I mean, you can't live forever. We don't have Dragon Balls or anything like that. I mean, if we did, we would be talking about people dying. But it's just a thing. It's life. You gotta be ready. Eventually, I mean, you gotta live your life, and then, like I said, if God calls your number, you gotta go up there and work. Do whatever, But, some people just, you see them, and then you think you're gonna spend the rest of your life with them, and everything, and then next thing you know, they're in a hospital, they get sick, unexpectedly get sick, and then, in the back of your mind, if it's really bad, and you have that thing, you have it in the back of your mind that, oh, this might be serious. Like, what the hell's going on? She was fine 2 weeks ago, and now this just came on. Or the doctors, doctors fuck up with blood test results and all that other shit. It's like, oh, you got now, you checked your blood test results, and now you have cancer and shit. And you're not sick, but you go for a blood test. Next thing you know, something's wrong. And it could be wrong. You have to do another blood test just to make sure. And then that could be, they could be right. And then you get a second opinion, and it could be wrong, or it could be right again. It's like, oh yeah, you have cancer now. So just gotta live a good life, and a good healthy life at least. So at least try to live a healthy life. I mean, I'm trying to live a healthy life and everything. I know I got my mental problems and everything. I'm trying to fix that. And I got some, I got some problems. I have fatty liver disease with my liver. It's getting better, but, I went to the gastroenterologist, did my stuff, trying to eat a little bit healthier here and there. And I got my colonoscopy. Everything was fine. Had a little bitty things, nothing too severe, nothing to worry about. I mean, I think I have to go for another one this year. I think I went in 2024, I believe. So usually every 3 to 5 years, I think I'm due for it. My medical record said I have to go this year, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go next year. So I'm gonna have to call my gastroenterologist to make sure, if I have to go this year or next year. I mean, if I go this year, it's fine. I have to go through that shit where I drink the garbage and puke out my guts, basically. I mean, drinking it at first, you start puking it, and then I don't want to go into it, because if you never got a colonoscopy before, believe me, when you get to around my age, 45, around 45, 50, doctor's gonna say, hey, you're due for a colonoscopy. What is that? You'll find out. It's not going to be fun when you have to drink that garbage. Basically stay home all day, and then like around 4 or 5 o'clock or whatever the time the doctor tells you to drink that garbage, you're basically in the bathroom all day. The rest of the day until you finish that big, huge bottle, or it's like a gallon of milk almost. Jeez. You heard that? If you heard that, that's the wind. It is howling outside. And I got good thing I have all my garbage cans hooked up, but now it's banging against my door and everything. Just insane. So, move on with that. So yeah, if you heard a loud bang in the video, and nothing, it's just outside. It is very windy. It's 50-mile-an-hour winds, and it's gonna last until tomorrow morning. So I gotta, I'm hoping my power don't go out. Hoping my heat don't go out. Right now it's fine, but I gotta. I mean, I got hot water. That's good because I have to take a shower later. And if I have to make something, like I have to heat up, me or Melissa's have to heat up some for some tea, or heat up some pasta or something like that. We have hot water, but gotta worry about the pipes and everything. It's insane. But anyway, yeah. So back to my original point. Yeah. So just try to live a healthy life, because you never know what you're gonna get. I mean, you have to go for your colonoscopy, go for your checkups, exercise, eat healthy if you can. I know some certain people, like myself, I'm a junk food. I'm a junkie. I'm a junk food guy. I love junk food. But I try to eat, some vegetables, some, corn, and some peas and carrots here and there. And I got my gummies, too. So, for my vitamins, I take my vitamins and, believe in Hulk Hogan and stuff like that. So I try to live healthy, and, even though I have chronic arthritis, my neck is a mess, my back is a mess, my knee is starting to get a little bit better, because I have, I forgot I have some tendonitis in my knee, my right knee. It's from old injuries and stuff like that. But I'm trying to get better with that. I'm doing a lot of physical therapy, taking painkillers up the wazoo. Really, one painkiller and Tylenol right now. Injections in my back, steroid injections in my back. It only matched the pain I'm in. But I'm hoping I can get out of this and get back to an active lifestyle and everything. But, every day is a struggle for me. Waking up, I'm in a lot of pain. I take my medication, and then for a few hours I'm okay. I'm rambunctious and shit. But at the same time, later on, I'm a fucking mess. I'm in pain. I can barely walk. I have to use a walking cane at times. Now I gotta walk. I got this now. I know people are gonna be like, ah, look at that. Go make fun, because when that happens to you, I'm gonna laugh too. So yeah, I'm walking around, with a walking cane for now. Inside, not outside. Inside, because outside I can walk pretty fine. I'm not that. I don't need a cane just to walk around. Oh shit, you need a cane, stuff like that. But in any case, just trying to get by and everything. I can still work, from home. I can't work. I rarely go to the office, but so I'm basically, remote right now. So I'm hoping soon I can go back to maybe getting in an office, or in the office, or in the studio, or whatever. But we have that. But anyway, I talked way more than enough for that. Alright, so leave me your thoughts and opinions about Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down, sadly passing away today from kidney cancer at the age of 47. So to Brad, rest in peace, sir. Great songs, great band and everything. I don't know if Three Doors Down is going to continue with a new singer. That's up to the band, whether they want to continue or do other projects. But Three Doors Down was one of those obscure bands, but it still kicked ass. Like Matchbox 20 and people and bands like that were pretty good, and then they became obscure and everything. Rarely get new music, and when they had new music, it was still good, but not much radio airplay or even satellite airplay or whatever. But good stuff from Three Doors Down, and always love listening to Kryptonite, Loser, Be Like That, and Here Without You, and some other great tunes. What was a song I mentioned? I mentioned the other song, I forgot the name of it. It those are the little song I mentioned, but I forgot the name of it. But anyway, yeah, great band, and that's that. So Brad, rest in peace, sir. Here's to you. All right, so leave me your thoughts and opinions down below about Three Doors Down and Brad Arnold and any of your favorite Three Doors Down tunes and memories and stuff like that. And that's that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. For all you wrestling buffs out there, all my wrestling fans, I'll be back in a little bit with some wrestling in a little bit. Also got a rant coming up, so a couple of videos down the pipe for tonight. Because it's 6 o'clock right now in my neck of the woods. So it is dark right now. So I'm going to get ready for my evening festivities. Not that I'm doing much or watching anything besides Triple R and maybe Collision. But tomorrow, we got the Super Bowl and the halftime show with Bad Bunny. Which the ratings are going to go through the fucking roof. And when they do, all you people that think it's going to be bad ratings, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to, ha! And also, one more time for the people in the back, Megadeth at #1 on the top 200 on Billboard chart. So, metal will never get to #1, ha! So the Taylor Swift and all those other fuckers out there, kiss our ass. Because metal will always trump this garbage mumble rap shit like Kendrick and everybody else, and will always be better than pop music. You can't stop rock and roll like Ozzy sang. Or you can't kill rock and roll by Twisted Sister and everything. Rock and roll will never die, whether you like it or not. There's gonna be bands and artists that are just gonna go through the fucking roof in the metal industry. But, you know, I'm not mad at Bad Bunny. He's like #1 everywhere, you know. You know, everybody like, oh, Bad Bunny's better than in this moment, metal bands and everything. I'm like, who cares, really? I mean, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Bad Bunny. I used to, but now I don't. But, I mean, hey, if he's great, great. He's at the Super Bowl, great. But I wish metal bands were there. Besides Green Day opening the Super Bowl this weekend, and then Kid Rock's gonna be doing another concert at the same time as Bad Bunny's doing his performance. I mean, he's only doing that because, you know, the whole Donald Trump crap and ICE and shit. Just get over that shit. But, I mean, it is what it is. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. And that's that. Alright, until next time, my friends, rock on and peace.